31 and verse 10.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
The scripture said, who can find a virtuous woman? The Most High knows it's a hard thing to find a virtuous woman. You can't hardly find one anywhere in this society, in this culture. You gotta make a woman virtuous. The Lord knows it's a hard thing. That's why he put a whole chapter telling you what a virtuous woman is. Read on.
For her price is far above rubies.
Her price is far above rubies. Meaning you can't take your chump change to Thailand and find a virtuous woman.
Right.
You can't run away from the problems that we face as a people. You can run all across the world, but you can't escape it. Because in the end, you're still going to get played. You're still going to be a target, and you're still going to be left broke and alone. Because you got to man up. You got to man up and heal our women that have been traumatized and beaten down by this culture. The black woman, the Hispanic woman, is the greatest woman on the planet Earth.
Right.
You just gotta put her in order like a man. Read.
For who can find a virtuous woman?
Who can find a virtuous woman? You gotta search the earth and you still not gonna find one. Because sometimes you gotta take a woman and make her virtuous. Sometimes you gotta cut through to the femininity and stand there and just fight all of the nonsense this culture hits our women with. And you gotta put her in order. Read.
For her price is far above rubies.
Far above rubies. This is something that's too valuable to put a price tag on. That's why you can't go to some country where all the women are poor and find some hooker and think that you're gonna make her a wife or think she's gonna make you feel good for a little bit, make you feel like a big man because you're too weak to take control of our women right here at home. Read.
Verse 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her.
Meaning if you got a virtuous woman, you can trust in that woman. You can put your heart, you can put your trust in her that she's not going to violate you. She's going to help you, that she's going to be there if you read.
She will do him good and not evil. All the days of her life.
She's going to do you good and not evil all the days of your life. But you got to make it happen. You got to be man enough to make it happen. You got to know how to take these laws, statutes, and commandments, and just like the scripture that we just went into, you got to know how to take the laws that Christ gave you and have that order of the Most High, Christ, the man, and the woman. And that's how you man up, and that's how you put your woman in order, and that's how you have a beautiful, harmonious marriage. Read on.
That's right. Verse 13. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands.
Meaning a virtuous woman is going to go to work for the household.
Right.
A virtuous woman is going to put in work, and nobody will do that like the women on this side. Nobody will do that like the black and Hispanic woman. A woman on this side would sell coconuts with you on the corner if she had to. Right. She'll be there, she'll be down for you. But sometimes you got to make it happen. You got to be man enough to make it happen. You can't escape from it. You can't run around the world. And you got Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco this week had a whole hour-long conversation advocating for dating white women. Ain't we learned this by now?
Right.
Haven't we learned this by now? You're gonna get one of these dogs just because they start moving into Harlem, you start chasing these cave women. They can never ever match our women. They can't replicate, they can't match what a beautiful black woman will make you feel like when she's right there with you. Right. They can never duplicate that. But you gotta work for it. You gotta be man enough to make it happen. Right.
She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar.
I mean, she gonna bring home food, she gonna do whatever it takes to make your house work. But it's not gonna happen if you don't fight this. If you don't fight the emasculation that the white man's been pushing on our men for 400 years. Yeah. We gotta break that down and make sure that we never, ever, ever, ever allow our sons to be in a position to be violated, to be psychologically violated by this culture to where you end up looking like this. Read on.
She riseth also while it is yet night, and giving meat to her household.
This whole chapter is talking about how a virtuous woman is going to be down for you and put in whatever work she got to put in to make the household the best it can be. And that's what our women will do. Our women will do for you, will be down for you like no other woman on the planet Earth. You can't find that in Thailand. You ain't gonna find nothing but a cheap hooker who might not even be a woman, who just wants a plane ticket. Read.
And a portion to her maidens. Verse 16, she considereth a field and buyeth it.
It's more talking about all the work that a beautiful black woman will do to hold you down. To hold you down, all you gotta do is man up and give her something to follow. And what she has to follow with these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us to show us how to be as strong of a people as we're supposed to be. We're the greatest people on the planet Earth, and this scripture shows you how to do it. Read.
With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard.
And it's more scriptures talking about the strength of a good woman who's going to put in that work.
Let nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?